Yo, what's up guys? And in this video, I am going to be showing you how to go from 0 credits to a huge inventory in Rainbow Six Siege. So, the first thing you need to know is the Rainbow Six Siege Marketplace. So this is a website that you can access on your browser if you're on PC or your mobile phone. If you're on console and don't have a PC, you can use your phone. It's a website. You log into your Ubisoft account and it has your complete, well, not complete inventory, but your inventory of sellable items that you can sell in the game. So as you can see here, these are all the skins that I have on this account that are sellable. But the best way to start with nothing and to make something is to play the game as a beginner, and you will earn alpha packs by playing the game. So when you play the game, you earn alpha packs. You get this like percentage chance after every win or loss, but you only get the chance of getting it if you get a win. If you get a loss, you just get some percentage points, and it's random RNG. You know, you'll have like a 30% chance of getting alpha pack after you win, and you either get it or you don't. And then eventually, you'll stockpile on a bunch of alpha packs. You also get renown from grinding, which also you can use to spend on alpha packs or other packs that are in the game, other skins that are in the game. But be careful with that, because not all the skins that are in the game are sellable. So you have to keep that in mind. The best way to check is to, of course, go onto the marketplace, go to buy, and type the item that you want to sell or that you want to buy to potentially sell, and see if it's listed on the marketplace, and you can also see the prices. So as you can see here, just a little basic marketplace guide. You can see, so you have like the skin here, you can see the last sold at, which is the price that the skin last sold at. You can see the sale orders, the purchase orders, and you can also see the current price range of the lowest to maximum, although the maximum doesn't really matter in this context. And they also show a little percentage from the last sale, but that's also kind of not really important. And then you also have this 30-day price history graph. Once again, this is more advanced. This is when you're starting to get into flipping skins. This is when you start getting into just more things than just selling your skins, right? Because the best way to start your inventory off is to just sell skins that you don't care about and buy skins that you do care about, because that's the best way to play. Remember guys, don't care about the prices of skins. You're playing the game to have fun. You want a skin that will make you have more fun, right? So for example, this is one of my favorite skins in the game. It's called Hemorrhage, and it's literally 35 cents worth of credits. One of the cheapest skins in the game. Very easily. You could also get this for 10 credits, by the way. If you are willing to wait 1 to 2 days, you can easily get this skin for 10 credits. And look at it, man. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful and amazing skin. So remember that. You don't need to have the 5,000 credit, Onami skin, unless you like it, of course. There's a ton of skins in the game that are very, very cheap and also look really, really good. So you can build an absolute huge inventory just by playing the game. So next thing is that I recommend, besides the alpha packs, to obtain some of these is to buy the battle pass. So of course, buying the battle pass does mean you're investing in general. Also, you could just buy the credits. So the battle pass is $10 worth of credits, which is 1,200 credits. But also, if you have the credits on your account, then you have 1,200 credits that you can just spend on the marketplace in general. So obviously that's the best way. But in this video, we're not going to be telling you how to buy skins. We're going to be telling you how to earn skins. So like I said, when you play the game and earn alpha packs, when you open these alpha packs, you'll get random skins from the game. So there are some skins that are actually worth a decent value. So for example, there's some skins, some Black Ice skins that you can pull that are worth a decent amount. Those are probably the ones that will give you the most. You can pull other random things like this Burnt Horizon uniform, but a lot of these uniforms are usually very, very cheap, and as you can see, don't sell very well. You got one order on July 2nd, none on July 3rd, two sold on July 4th, none sold on the 5th, one sold on the 6th. And then there's 69 sale orders, meaning you gotta wait for these 69 people to sell their item first before you get to sell yours. So not all items are going to be easily able to sell to help you earn the credits, but you can earn different black ices. So this black ice is not the best example because this is a black ice, I believe, that came from a Bravo pack, which you can only get by buying the battle pass. But there are other black ice skins that you can earn from alpha packs. So a big one is the MP5 black ice, which is also one of the most expensive black ices in the game. So if we sort by sale price high to low, as you can see, the MP5 right here is 1200 credits. You can easily get 1000 credits from this singular skin. Now, of course, the odds of getting this skin are very low, but of course, you get this skin. Maybe you don't care about black ice. Maybe you don't care about Doc or Rook that play with the MP5. So maybe you don't care about the MP5 black ice. Well, what you can do is, of course, sell the skin and then use those credits to buy other skins. So of course, this is a skin that if you got would be considered, some people would consider a max win. You know. Because it's obviously one of the most, or one of the highest priced skins that you can get from an alpha pack. But anyway, what you're going to want to do is you're going to grind, of course, the game. And you get a bunch of alpha packs. You get a bunch of skins. Now you sell those skins, and then you buy the skins you want. There's a ton of skins that look really, really good and are really, really cheap. So here, I'm going to go sort by last sale price for legendary skins, which is the highest rarity skins in the game. Doesn't mean they're the best looking skins in the game. Of course, best looking is also subjective. But none of that really matters. Here, you'll see a bunch of skins, and now you get to choose. So let's say we pulled a black ice, we sold it for 100 credits. We have 100 credits in our balance right now. Well, now we can buy some skins. So here, maybe you like the MP7. Here's a pretty decent looking MP7. Definitely much better MP7 skins though. But this is 10 credits. 10 credits right there. You can get some phenomenal looking skins. Right, you just scroll and then you see what skins you want and you buy them. So as we scroll and look for some skins to buy, here's a pretty nice skin right here. Urban Graffiti for Hibana's weapon, the Type 89. I think it looks pretty good. This one's actually from Bravo packs, although I think it was also in alpha packs back in the day. But I could be wrong on that. Don't get mad in the chat or the comments if I'm wrong about that one. But as you can see, there's 87 sales and 0 purchases. So this is another little part of the video that I want to talk about, is that you can get skins cheaper than what their price range is if you are A, willing to wait a little bit of time depending on the purchase orders, or B, or just higher than their value is in general. So as you can see, if we look at the history, the average price recently has been about 10 to 15 credits, I guess. You can see the highest price is like 20. But unless you want the skin ASAP, right now, instantly on your account, you can easily get this skin for 10 credits. There's no reason to overpay for skins when you don't need to. So the best way to know how to get skins very quickly, in like hours to potentially 1 to 2 days, is to look at the sale orders and then look at the purchase orders. So as you can see, there's 87 sale orders and 0 purchase orders. That means if you are the first purchase order, you're basically in line, and you're the first person in line to obtain that skin for the price that you put. So if we put 10 credits, we are the first person, no matter how many people decide to hop on and want to buy this skin for 10 credits, we will be the first person to get that skin when it is sold for 10 credits. So it's very, very easily obtainable. And also, you can also look here at these graphs and see like the total orders in general. So you can see how popular and the skin is, and how many times it sells. If it sells only 5 times a day, it might be a lot harder to get that for the minimum price, versus something that sells 70, 96, 140, 186, 58. The skin sells quite a bit. And as you can see, we got it literally in the matter of seconds, like a minute. We literally got this skin in about a minute since we put our buy order in. So yeah, this is pretty much the simplest method of going from nothing to a huge inventory. Basically, you just get alpha packs, you get skins that you don't like from the alpha packs, you sell them, and then you buy more skins. Or maybe it's even a skin that you do like. Maybe you do like that MP5 Black Ice, but remember, 1200 credits, you could get 120 10 credit skins for that same price. So that is something to think about. And like I said, there are a ton of really good looking skins you can get for 10 credits. You can get this Hemorrhage for 10 credits. You can get this Sharp Vendetta for 10 credits, which is a 3D skin. It kind of like pops out. It changes the way the gun looks, really. A lot of skins are just, they're just skins. But this is like a more like 3D effect. Same with this Tranquil Ambush right here. It's got this like 3D design to it that just it makes it pop out more, and it just looks different. So yeah, for example, this Bison Drift, I believe this was earnable from a battle pass. I can easily sell this, and then buy more. So if I sell this for 13 credits, you can see I will get 11 credits after the fees. So do keep in mind there are marketplace fees in place. It's a 10% fee every time you sell an item. There's no fee when you buy the item, only when you sell it. But usually the fees aren't really going to matter until, of course, you start getting into the big items, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000 credits. That's when you'll start, losing quite a bit of credits on your sales. So yeah, that's what you can do. And then another little bonus guide or tip to help you guys get even more credits a lot faster. Once you start stockpiling a few hundred credits, a great thing to do is to look for skins that sell for a little bit higher price than normal, but have a low amount of sale orders to where you can still get it for the cheapest price. So one of my strategies for doing this currently, leaking this, so it might not work that much in the future, is drone skins, card backgrounds, operator portraits, charms, and attachment skins. There's a lot of these that you can get for cheap, and then sell them for even more than you bought them for. So for example, if we look at card backgrounds, and then we look at sale price low to high, we can keep it on low to high. You can see the current price ranges and what they've sold at and things of that nature. So this is a great example right here. So this one is 30. And if we click here, you can see highest price 40, the average is 24. So you can you easily 100% guarantee yourself doubling your credits. 42 here, 34 here. So, and you can see there's 27 sales, 2 purchases, and then we can also see right here of how many orders. This is the total amount of transactions that have happened between the sales and buys. And you can see, basically, we can buy this for 10 credits, sell it for 30, and even after the fees, that's like 20 credits that you get. That's 2 new skins you can buy just for that. But the one thing to keep in mind when doing this is that when you sell a skin, or when you purchase a skin, you cannot sell it for 14 days, which is 2 weeks. So do keep that in mind. Remember, seasons, at the end of seasons is more important during the end of seasons, because pretty much at the end and beginning of every season, usually the prices do reach kind of a low point, because a lot of people are selling their skins to buy the new skins that get added to the marketplace. So do keep that in mind. But usually, if you just hold on, eventually you'll be able to still get your money. But anyway, Hope this video was helpful. If it was, please leave a like. If it wasn't, leave a dislike. And I will see you guys in the next video.